Resume recording. Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the July 2026 West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Monthly Meeting. It is not 2027. I apologize that that was on the reminder email that went out. I've got that on the brain as we're looking at bridging 2027. So appreciate you all joining us. We had a lot of out of offices. We know it is difficult to find some time in the midst of travel and vacation times, but we appreciate everyone that's able to be here live and everyone that's catching the recap. So, a couple of quick updates on the West Virginia entrepreneurship ecosystem side. As we dive in, I want to give a great thank you to the Small Communities Big Solutions Conference for welcoming us and having us participate in their panel. What an awesome day of folks that are just dedicated to supporting their communities. And I want to give a quick shout out to the folks that put that together because I just found that day really inspiring. And there's nowhere cooler to be than the West Edge Factory there in Huntington as an example of entrepreneurial spirit. So thank you for hosting and welcoming us to that. We have a couple of upcoming webinars. So Emily, I'm going to throw it over to you real quick to give the LinkedIn lunch update.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Emily Rouse, and I am the Entrepreneur Co-Chair for the ecosystem. We have been coordinating as a team the West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem LinkedIn Lunch Series, which is the fourth Thursday of each month at noon. And each session has a 10 to 15 minute spotlight speaker to go through a process or resource that entrepreneurs have to go through to start their business. So, as a reminder for our next session, it will be on July 23rd, and we have Sarah Carey coming from the Secretary of State's office who will walk us through registering your business with the West Virginia One Stop portal. So if you want to get registered, Amber sent it out in the reminder email for today, but I'll also drop the link right in the chat here. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we are also doing a collaborative webinar with our friends at EcoMap on July 29th at noon that's talking about some of what West Virginia is putting on the map in terms of national ecosystem building as well. So we will drop that registration link in here and appreciate them inviting us to do that. You know, we've got some strong partnerships with several organizations that are focused on platform development at that level, such as SourceLink, which houses BusinessLink, EcoMap, and then Economic Impact Catalyst. So it's just been really cool to see kind of West Virginia get some national coverage in terms of what we're doing as a state. So shout out to you all because it's only possible because of you all. Okay, that's all I got, Tara.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Amber, and thank you, Emily, for the webinar series that we've got going on. I'm really looking forward to those later this month. So, without further ado, we're going to turn it over to our spotlight for the month. David, what can you tell us about West Virginia Duna Days?
David, if you're talking, you are muted. So I just want to warn you before you dive in.
All right. So I just got some slides going here. You can see them.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so Duna Day is coming up August 10th and 11th in Charleston. You don't have to be there because this is all about the internet. So what I'm going to be doing is explaining how radically important this innovation is for West Virginia and how we are the very first state to implement Dunas in this way. This is all about the agentic internet starting here in West Virginia. So the very first online organization registered with the public office in the United States happened on July 2nd. That was Kinship Duna. And when I explain online organization, you'll see why this is different than anything else that's existed before. So what is agency and what is an agent? Agency is simplest to explain in biology. A single cell has agency. It moves towards resources like sugar. It moves away from bad things like toxins. So in a medium, a cell senses, prefers, and moves. That's agency. So an AI agent is software with agency. So it senses, it gets information, it reasons, it uses large language models, and then it acts, it causes effects, it sends emails, it posts to social media, it creates websites, it can drive cars now, fly drones, whatever you want it to do, these agents act in ways that can affect the world. But it's the same thing as a cell. It senses, it prefers, and it acts. So for 3,000 years, we protected agency through ceremony, language, rituals, stories. But over the last 9,000 years or so, we traded agency for scale. So all kinds of bosses and presidents and secretaries of state tell you what to do and what you can do and what you can't do. And so humans, in order to have millions of people all coordinate, we gave up our agency. So the DUNA changes that in really interesting ways. So it stands for Decentralized, Unincorporated, Nonprofit Association. So what can it do? It can, I just need to move this because something's blocking my screen. It can own assets and own property. It can earn profits. It can raise capital. It can hire and fire. What it doesn't have is no executives, no board, no shareholders extracting value, and it's governance by the members. It has to have 100 or more members. It's completely online and it's governed by software. Um, so it brings together governance, technology, economics, and most importantly, culture in one system. Everything else separates those. You have your governance over there, you have your website here, you have your social media, blah, blah, blah. You have your Stripe accounts. This brings it all together. Now, the economics are all on the blockchain. So Aduna cannot distribute profits based on your stock holdings because there's no equity, but it can pay the members for work they do. It can earn revenue, grow a treasury, own these properties and assets. But there's also a possibility of gaining passive value because of these compute tokens that are tradable on the blockchain. I realize this is complicated, but I'm just racing through it and you'll have plenty of time to learn more. So the first one, as mentioned, Kinship Duna, we designed it to create more Dunas. These are the first ones that we've created for various individuals. There are 30 of them, everything from law firms that are Dunas to solar energy companies to all kinds of things. Um, but the first one, the first three that we're really going to uh, showcase is at this event, August 10th to 11th in Charleston, evening of the 10th it starts. There'll be all kinds of, or afternoon, there'll be all kinds of programs. Um, and then the next day, we're going to have an opening ceremony with Secretary of State and some other luminaries during the interim legislative session in the Capitol in Charleston. So, yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough. I've been an entrepreneur in West Virginia for over 30 years. This is the greatest thing that could have happened to us, and I hope everybody learns more. To learn more, you can go to kaduna.ai, KIDUNA.ai. Send me a message at david@kaduna.com. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm sure folks will have plenty of follow-up questions. So, like David said, this is new legislation and opportunity for West Virginia, but I also know it comes with a lot of questions. So I would encourage you all to reach out to him and ask questions and try to educate ourselves as an ecosystem on what this means for our business landscape. So thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to throw it over. We're going to switch it up a little bit because we have Secretary of State Chris Warner joining us live from South Dakota. So, Secretary Warner, I will throw it over to you.
Hey, thank you, Amber and Tara. I'm excited to report that we had over 2,000 new West Virginia business registrations for the month of June, 2,057 to be exact. To break that down just a little bit, the top 5 counties, Kanawha County had 153 new registrations. Berkeley County had 122. Monongalia County had 118. Raleigh County had 88, and Jefferson County had 74 new registrations. Of those 2,057 new businesses registered in June, 216 qualified for one of our fee waiver programs offered by the Secretary of State's office. Want to mention on Boots to Business, which is a veteran active duty and military spouses. We had 88 new registrations. And new business owners under the age of 30, we had a whopping 128 new registrations. Really proud of our business division. Director Sarah Carey announced that last month we had 6,524 customers that were served through phone calls, in-person office visits, and virtual appointments. On Friday, at the American Legion Convention in Huntington, in front of about 350 folks, we announced our West Virginia Certified Veteran-Owned Business Program. As of this morning, we have 17 new registered businesses in the Certified Veteran-Owned Business Program. If you're interested in that and you're a veteran, there's a short application. You apply your DD 214, which is an honorable discharge from any branch of the U.S. military. In return, you can go to our website to find that application. You get a certificate, really cool sticker that can go, in a business, on a pickup truck if you're a contractor. You get an electronic logo type that you can share on any social media. We had one guy at the conference that had registered and went ahead and had printed the Certified Veteran-Owned Business logo onto the sleeve of his shirts for himself and his employees. One of the other benefits for the Certified Veteran-Owned Business Program is we're building a database of all of those businesses. So if you want to do business with a veteran-owned business, you're going to be able to find that by county and by the type of business, if it's a home services business, for example. So we're really excited about the Certified Veteran-Owned Business Program just launched on Friday. At this point, I'm happy to introduce Leslie Taylor to the West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem. Leslie has been selected to serve as the coordinator for the West Virginia Office of Entrepreneurship. Leslie comes to us after about 4 years at the West Virginia Higher Education Policy Commission, where she served as an assistant director of research and evaluation. Leslie received her bachelor's degree from WVU Tech in 2017 and then went on to receive her master's from Radford University. She comes from a family of entrepreneurs and is an entrepreneur in her own right. I'm confident that Leslie will be able to help us establish the West Virginia Office of Entrepreneurship as the legislative liaison and the strategic resource partner the ecosystem needs and that the legislature envisioned. Leslie, welcome to the West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem.
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary, and thank you all for having me. I'm looking forward to working with you as we continue to cultivate a business culture in West Virginia that supports our bright future. So as the Secretary mentioned, I'm joining you all from the Higher Education Policy Commission, but even longer than that, my career has been focused on finding shortfalls and creating solutions. I own my own business. Coming from a family of entrepreneurs, I know what each business means to not only the owner and their families, but to the communities that surround them. My focus for the office is on strategy that builds immediate public utility and does not duplicate any work that's happening anywhere else. I've been meeting with stakeholders since July 1 when I got into the office, working on collaborating to name hurdles and with the intention of synthesizing these results to focus on priority barriers. I welcome anybody who I've not yet connected with to reach out. I want to hear from you. I want to hear about what's happening in the world of entrepreneurship. I thank you for your partnership, your advisement, and your continued commitment to making West Virginia a smart choice for business.
Whoa, with 4 seconds to go. Way to go on your first one, Leslie. Welcome to the entrepreneurship ecosystem. You nailed it.
Trial by fire here.
Wow, nailed it. Okay, and thank you, Secretary Warner, for your leadership. We're so excited for the Office of Entrepreneurship, and I hope that we can just take a moment here to acknowledge over 2,000 businesses in June. That is incredible. Shout out to everyone in this ecosystem that is making this happen and making business grow and thrive in the state of West Virginia. So with that, I'll turn it over to Joe to talk about Ascend HR.
Great. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the time today. I connected with Amber earlier this year at the event here in Morgantown and thought it would be a great opportunity for myself and our company to get involved with the group and organization, let you know a little bit more about the PEO model and Ascend HR. So Ascend HR is a West Virginia-based professional employer organization, which is what the PEO stands for. Basically, we become a co-employer, is what the IRS calls it, and we are able to do payroll and help out with benefits administration, HR, essentially becoming an outsourced HR department, for the organizations we work with. We are a women-owned business. Tracy Colacerto is the owner. The home office is located in Beckley. We've been around for 5 years. I joined earlier this year. I previously worked 18 years in this industry, so I'm no stranger to what a PEO can do for an organization. Tracy also was just recently recognized as one of the 40 under 40 for State Journal. So I am working to help get our name out throughout the whole state and not just Southern West Virginia. As I live and work in Morgantown and North Central West Virginia, and that's where I'll be, doing most of my work as we've joined all the chambers up here, but I will travel throughout the state. Um, I'll add that if I owned a business with 2 to 50 employees, I would use a PEO. I mean, it just gives you an opportunity to utilize a full staff instead of worrying about the things, and then gives you a chance to grow your business. So again, appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for letting me speak today, and good luck with all your businesses.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I know this is a hot topic amongst many of our entrepreneurs that are just starting in terms of benefits, payroll. So highly encourage you to have a conversation and see what's possible as a resource. I learned about it. It's new. Cool thing to check out if you are looking in that space. Okay, Mary, you're hot, and I have a little challenge for you. We've actually, Mary Hot is up, and she's next. I have a little bit of a challenge for you from an acronym police. You've got a lot of acronyms in your topic. Can you also define those acronyms as you give your update, please? Thank you.
Well, I will. And I'm going to share my screen here, I think. Oops, maybe I won't be sharing my screen. Anyway, SBIR, Small Business Innovation Research Program, is what that first acronym is. I'm not even going to say STTR. It's basically the Small Business Technology Transfer. It's all part of SBIR. So if you're an innovation or technology-based company, it is the US's largest source of non-dilutive funding for, your research and your development of your ideas, your entrepreneurial ideas. There is an SBIR summit. This is what, let me see. I really wanted to share my screen, guys.
Let me hold on. Let me make you a co-host real quick, Mary, and then you should be able to. And I'll even give you 30 seconds. That's on me. Okay, go ahead. Try now.
No, it's not. I don't think I should have had it in the tab. Anyway, or I bring my entire screen down and do it that way. But I'll keep talking as I'm saying this because, on the July 29th, there is a seminar. The SBA has America's Seed Fund. It's called America's Seed Fund. That is the SBIR program. The America's Seed Fund, because it is the largest source of non-dilutive funding in the U.S., they're hosting a summit. It's like that entire week. But on July 29th, the resources in West Virginia for helping you with your SBIR grant or contract is going to be, we're hosting that. It's July 29th. If I had worked out my screen share ahead of time, I could have shared that, but I didn't. Anyway.
You're good. I shared it. So everyone should be able to see it now. Yep.
Excellent. Okay. So yeah, that's, and that'll be in the meeting notes from this. So you'll see that, that we're going to have a couple of company founders who have built their companies using SBIR money. They'll be on there talking, and then we'll just have some general information. The other thing about SBIR that I want to mention quickly before I run out of time is that July is open window month for state matching funds. If you were awarded an SBIR as a business in West Virginia, see me that July is when you can apply for state matching funds. And I will put that information in the chat, and it'll be obviously in the meeting comments as well. I think that's it, guys.
Perfect. Thanks, Mary. We appreciate you. We're trying to do some acronym busting here in the chat. So there's a lot of
Oh, do you want me to answer in the chat?
No, I was putting them in the chat. I will say that some of our newcomers have been saying that we use acronyms a lot and they don't know what those mean. So we're trying to make sure we're really clear on the acronyms that
It
we
wasn't
use.
just my acronyms.
No, no,
Oh
no.
no, yeah, it's the
This is
ecosystem
as an
acronyms. So
ecosystem.
Okay.
system acronyms. So we're dropping them in the chat.
All
So
right.
we appreciate you, Mary. We love it. And we're going to move it over to Phil. What's going on with Workforce West Virginia? I heard about an opportunity tax credit.
Absolutely. And Mary, just to prove to you, you're not the only one because I have to explain what mine means as well. So, first of all, thank you to Amber and Tara and the ecosystem for having me. My name is Phil Wiseman. I'm the local Veterans Employment Rep. That's Lever, LVER for short, with Workforce. I work with employers and organizations throughout West Virginia to promote employment opportunities for veterans. We provide a multitude of services to these employers and organizations that are included when they enroll with us. Now, this includes, just like you said, aside from access to the state's largest job seeker database and the ability to post their own positions to said database, we also have a monthly virtual job fair and provide promotional efforts that include sharing employment opportunities with the workforce regional development boards, local county development boards, commissions, chambers of commerce. Hiring qualified candidates through workforce can provide employers with many benefits, including that tax credit. Basically, they could get individual tax credits for hiring eligible candidates, not just veterans. And our job matching services can help alleviate an employer's recruiting workload as well. There's a lot more info that I can share with you. I'm going to put my contact info down below, and I'm going to put some information on that work opportunity tax credit into the chat. I'll be available for any questions. I have 3 phones and 3 emails, and I'm answering them all the time. So thank you guys again for your time, and have a blessed day.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Phil. And I know that's an awesome opportunity for us to be taken advantage of as an ecosystem. So thank you. All right, Marla, we've got the tank coming up. Tell us about it. Oh, you're muted.
We go.
There you go.
All right. Hello, I am Marla Furry, and I am with the Harrison County Chamber of Commerce. And as she mentioned, we started 4 years ago the Tank Entrepreneur Pitch Contest. In the last 3 years, we've given away a grand prize package of around 120,000. 10,000 of that each year is a cash prize. We have a fan favorite. So if you have a great tribe that follows you, we invite you to bring your tribe with you the night of the event because they have the opportunity to vote for a fan favorite. Today, I'm actually in Nutter Fort, West Virginia at our very first fan favorite, Brandon Ross. He pitched a SR Spices where the spice blend was already made. So if you wanted to make chicken cacciatore, you just grabbed those spices and shook it on there, and it was a great pitch. He brought his tribe. We had him cater the next 2 events, and this year he is a restaurant owner. And through West Virginia News and the Harrison County Best of Harrison County, he had the best hamburger and the best new business in Harrison County. So he is one of our poster children for a great success story, and we're so proud of him. I would suggest that if you're not in the North Central West Virginia region, you get with your own Chamber of Commerce because that's one of our purposes is to support and foster small business throughout the great state of West Virginia. And we all know that our entrepreneurs are hardworking, they're amazing, and are unstoppable. So if you're in North Central West Virginia, go to harrisoncountychamber.com. We have the tank tab. The application is there, and we want to see you on November 10th at the Robinson Grand.
Perfect. We love it, Marla. We love to see the tank. I'm excited for this year and always see the up and coming talent in that area. So thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you for your support too.
Absolutely. Love to see it. All right, next, Bill Walker. Can you tell us about the Mountain State Cyber Summit? I heard you're partnering with TechEye this year.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for giving me a few minutes here today. I'm Bill Walker, the Executive Director of National Security and Cyberspace Programs at West Virginia University. I'm also the Director of WVU Cyber. My partners in crime on this from TechYA, Melissa McKenna and Jeff St. Clair, they're not able to be with us today, but I'm going to try to carry along without them. So for you, those of you that may not be familiar with WVU Cyber, we're the university's hub for cyber, artificial intelligence, national security, workforce development, research, strategic partnerships. And our mission is to bring together academia, government, industry, and entrepreneurs to solve hard problems and develop talent and grow West Virginia's technology economy. So a year ago, WVU Cyber launched the Mountain States Cyber Summit because we believe that West Virginia deserved a premier event where leaders from government and business and higher education and industry could come together around technology and innovation. And that vision has continued to grow. And this year, we're taking the next big step. So on October 28th in Morgantown, we're partnering with TechYA to combine our two events into one experience. And together, we're creating what looks to be the largest gathering focused on cyber, artificial intelligence, technology innovation, and entrepreneurship in West Virginia. And here's why that matters. It's because these aren't separate conversations anymore. Because as you know, AI is transforming every industry. Cyber has become a business issue, not just an IT issue, and technology is driving economic development. So with that, our entrepreneurs are building the companies where software and AI and cyber and manufacturing and healthcare and defense and all of those things come together. So instead of holding separate conversations, we're bringing everyone into the same room. So whether you're a startup, a founder, an investor, a researcher, a business owner, or a government leader, there will be something here for you. We want entrepreneurs to discover the new technologies that we talk about, to meet customers, meet investors, build partnership, and maybe leave with ideas that they can put to work immediately. We're also bringing back one of the biggest hits from last year, our innovation poster session, bringing everyone together to talk about the latest emerging technologies that they have. We actually do judging on this, so I'm proud to say that last year's session actually created several startup companies and commercialization efforts. And so those are the things we're trying to do with this. So what I encourage you to do is go to cybertechwv.org and click on Stay Informed if you want to get a message about registration. We are also ready and open to sponsorships as we're building everything out. So you can also go there and see how you can be involved in that way. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you on October 28th.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and definitely want to encourage folks to check that out. All right. I'm going to throw it over to Ariana Kilgore, which is exciting because it's a new name. So, Ariana, got a little bit of storytelling for orgs to tell us about, and congratulations. Oh, you're muted.
I knew it was going to happen too. Hi, everybody. I think most of you probably know me from my role with Tech Connect West Virginia. I'm going to put on a slightly different hat, a different hat for the next 2 minutes or so. So bear with me. I am very excited to share that at the same time I got married and bought a house and I'm doing all of the things. I also launched a new company called Alpenglow Labs. Essentially, it is a platform where I can offer fractional advising and brand storytelling for founders, particularly for founders who need some sort of thought partner and help before making big hires like a CTO, a CMO. As far as storytelling goes, I originally got into ecosystem building actually via a marketing company that I owned. So I've always looked at startups from that lens. And one of the things that I often see a really big gap in early stage companies is not a bad product, but a lack of product positioning. When we think of storytelling, it sounds kind of woo-woo. But in the entrepreneurship world, it comes into play in terms of really we can use the same 5 who, what, where, when, why. And so I challenge all the founders here to think about who buys your product, who uses it. Are those different people? What is your product and how is it different? When do customers buy your product? And where do your customers spend their time? For anybody on this call, I would love to spend a free 30 minutes with you talking through those or any other challenges that you're currently facing. And I'm excited to speak with you all soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Ariana. We appreciate that. We're so happy for you. You got all of the life changes all in one short little time period. So we're proud of you. We're so excited for you. And thank you for offering the free 30 minutes to everyone here. So we appreciate that. And in the ecosystem, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, love to see it. All right, perfect. So now we're going to turn it over to Jeremiah, who's going to tell us about E for All.
Howdy-ho there, neighbors. I am sorry about the background here. I'm in Brimfield, Massachusetts at probably the state's largest vendor fair for antiques and stuff. E for All has a bunch of entrepreneurs here. So Entrepreneurship for All is helping folks start businesses in communities all over the US virtually. We started out in the mill towns of Massachusetts. That's where I'm from. And I'm also a recovering entrepreneur who needed E for All when I had my fledgling business. So we help folks, underrepresented entrepreneurs, launch and sustain their businesses. We do that through a 12-week accelerator that is free. You can apply online. If y'all know anybody who is interested, I'll share the links in the chat here for our 12-week free accelerator program. That includes, a cohort model with 20 other entrepreneurs, mentors by the dozens, a small cash prize pool, and lots of support ongoing as we have launched our alumni services program. Things that we do in the alumni services program are connect our curriculum graduates to other resources beyond the needs of the accelerator. So for instance, is connecting HubSpot provider, CRM provider HubSpot to our entrepreneurs. They run a couple cohorts a year where they teach folks that are post-accelerator how to effectively use their CRMs. So we have lots of volunteer opportunities. I have 8 seconds. I got a high five for everybody in the ecosystem. I've been doing this for 12 years in Massachusetts, and we're out. I look forward to seeing y'all next month.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we're really excited to dive in a little bit and get E for All engaged with West Virginia. So encourage folks to reach out to Jeremiah and explore what that could look like. Okay, so I had the pleasure of meeting. I know that this was a position that we had lost for a little bit, and they're back. So, Bridget, can you tell us a little bit about WVU's entrepreneurship librarian and how you can help the ecosystem?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Bridget. I'm the entrepreneurship librarian at WVU Libraries. So I'm going to post a few things in the chat, and I also want to share my screen real quick just to show you a few things on the library's website because I feel like that really helps to show what we can do. So on the library website, all you have to do to find some good stuff for entrepreneurs is actually go to research support, so not super obvious. Support for researchers, and then down to intellectual property and market research, because that's really where I can help folks, especially with intellectual property. So if you have an invention that you want to protect, you have a logo, a brand identity that you want to protect, and you're not quite sure what to do, how to start that, I can help you sort of figure out the path and navigate these resources from the government. So you can go to this one-stop shop guide. Lots and lots of information. So we are the only patent and trademark resource center in West Virginia. So I don't only help folks at WVU. Instead, this is a service for everyone in the state completely for free. So you can meet with me one-on-one in a group, anything like that, to talk about how to use these resources. So I also just want to show how to make an appointment because it's very easy and we can meet on Zoom or in person. All you have to do is click on that link and find a date and time that works for you. And then we will meet and talk about how to get through the maze of stuff on these government websites and get started on protecting your intellectual property. And that's pretty much it, unless anybody has 30 seconds worth of questions.
We love to see it, Bridget. I'm so lucky to work with you. And again, if anyone in the entrepreneurship ecosystem in the state of West Virginia needs support around patents and trademarks, Bridget is here through the Patent and Trademark Resource Center, again, open to everyone in the state of West Virginia. So thanks so much, Bridget.
Thank you.
All right. So next up, Judy Moore. I'm so excited to hear what you have cooking.
Off mute here. Hi, and thanks for the opportunity. I have stepped into a new role that I am just like over the moon about, and I wanted to let everyone know that I have accepted the position of Director of Operations for the Country Roads Angel Network. And any of you that know me know that CRAN was founded under my leadership in 2019, and I served as the first president of that organization. And it's a full circle moment, is what Amber said to me today, and I could not be more excited. I'll drop my new contact information into the chat, and please reach out. I'd love to hear from any of you and reconnect. Thanks for the opportunity to just say that.
Awesome. Thanks, Judy. And it truly is a full circle moment. So congratulations. I know Cran will benefit from having you back in the fold there. So awesome.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to turn my timer off on myself so I can reset it. Oh, Bill, we had an awesome G Beta showcase, and I'd love for you to share a little bit about it and what's upcoming. And before I throw it over to you, I just want to thank Aaron Spurlock on behalf of myself because he helped me get out of my towing situation. I got towed in Huntington, and he selflessly ran across the street and helped me get my car off of the tow truck and paid the cash to do that. So I want to shout out to Aaron and Quality Insights for truly putting their money where their mouth is in many ways across this ecosystem. So thank you, Aaron. Bill, throw it away to you.
Amber, thank you for that. We definitely had a storm there at the beginning on registration, and clearly a flood with tow trucks as well. For those who don't know, I'm Bill Kuhn. I'm the program manager for G Beta. It's not an acronym. For that at Marshall's Ice Center, powered by Quality Insights. Now, I'm sure you've heard last Thursday, okay, so July 9th, we held our G Beta, our second cohort, G Beta Summer 2026 cohort showcase there in Huntington. Now, for those that don't know, G Beta is a 7-week free to the founder accelerator program for early stage companies with roots in West Virginia. Now, we provide coaching, mentorship, and preparation for investment. And so you'll roughly get about 10 different lessons through lunch and learns, meet 30 mentors, and pitch to 25 investors. Now, we do this with in-person kickoffs and showcases. Our 5 founders met with Marshall President Brad Smith, and then they pitched to the audience, and then they tabled in the lobby there for the Center for Business and Innovation on Marshall's campus. And so we had a great turnout, great food, drinks, connections that were made, and terrific conversations. And so thank you, Amber, and thank you so much for those in the ecosystem that have that attended there last Thursday. And we're excited to announce that applications have opened for G Beta for the fall 2026 cohort. The applications close on September 6th with in-person program kickoff planned for October 1st in Huntington. And so I'll drop a link in the chat there. Scroll down to the bottom of the website there if you would like to schedule a one-on-one with me to discuss what you got going on and any questions that you may have with the program. And so with that, I'll turn over my 14 seconds. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Bill. We appreciate all the great work you're doing with G Beta. Love to see it. Amber was raving about the pitches, so kudos to you and your team for getting that done. Okay, Amber, I'm turning it over to you for the West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Mid-Call Survey. Surprise.
Yeah, it'll be real quick. Tara and I were chatting, and I think, Emily has really weighed in on also how can we continue to build out supports from the ecosystem. And we thought, what better way to gather data than a monthly meeting where 100 plus people get on? So just moving forward in the middle of the call, we're going to do a quick pulse check. It's going to be a 2-question poll that's going to pop up. We'd love your thoughts. And then we're going to kind of keep doing that every month. So we're also just actively gauging how the ecosystem's doing. So I'm going to launch it, and then I'm going to throw it over to, we'll keep it open till the end of the call and I'll close it. So take your time thinking about it. But I'm going to throw it over now to Mark Burdett, who's going to give us our Business Link SBDC update.
All right, thanks, Amber. Appreciate it. My name is Mark Burdett, Deputy Director of the West Virginia Small Business Development Center. I give that to you before the acronym SBDC. For those who know, let me share my screen. And I guess I'm not going to get to take the survey, guys.
It'll
Hold
still be
on.
there. You can
That's cool. No worries. I got to get it off my screen so I can. All right, you guys can see that real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to give a Verizon update. Our Small Business Digital Ready program training opportunity through Verizon is going awesome. We have almost doubled our goal for the annual goal of 300. We're at 530 so far. So the response has been amazing. 86% completion rate, 180 unique completions. If you guys are interested in small business training for free, I'll provide the link in the chat. You guys be sure to do that. Reminder that by signing up for the training, you also are eligible to participate in Verizon's $10,000 grant opportunity that they do each month between now and the end of the year. So again, we'll put that into the chat. But these are grant opportunities. Just an update. We are starting to get those who applied for the 5,000 grants are starting to trickle in. We know of 2 so far. We're working with Verizon. Hopefully, we're going to have some sort of event in the fall to recognize all those companies. I think it's a great opportunity. So stay tuned for that. Wanted to let you guys know the first ever National AI Day is going to be through ASBDC, which is our governing body, is July 16th in 2 days. So if you want to hear from fellow entrepreneurs how they use AI to grow their business, be sure to register for the summit there on Thursday. And then wanted to give a quick business link update. So far, we've had 61 year-to-date referrals connecting folks to organizations. That is a 41% increase over last year. So we're doing great, getting the word out and connecting entrepreneurs to the resources that they need. And then finally, I didn't know if Mary was going to be on here. I did want to put a shout out since this is the open window time for the E2 fund. So that'll be in your follow-up notes as well. So that is my report.
All right. Lots of good stuff in a short amount of time. Way to get it, Mark. Appreciate you.
Learn from the best.
All right. We're going to turn it over to Michelle O'Connor to give us any updates on the West Virginia Investor Collaborative.
Are busy, even though it is summer, but go ahead and the link will be dropped into the chat, and as always will be shared. If you are interested in receiving any type of funding or want to be connected to anybody within the investor ecosystem, meaning alternative lenders, investors, angels, they're all on there, and we can help get you connected, as well to any resources that you're needing to help you prepare to talk to them.
Look at you. Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate the time gain there. We needed it a little bit today. Perfect. Thank you. All right, we're going to shift gears now, and we've got some incredible entrepreneur pitches coming through today as well. So without further ado, I'm going to throw it over to Andrew and Kairos.
How's it going? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to share my screen.
Okay.
All right, how's it going, everyone? My name is Andrew. I'm building Kairos Analytics. It is a profit clarity platform designed for small business owners and startup founders. I'm a Air Force veteran, a father of 4, and a husband. And when I got out of the military, I spent quite a decent amount of time in and around startups, as well as some larger corporations. And I noticed one core problem. Owners are working hard, but they don't have decision grade visibility into cash margins and what's actually driving their performance. So I come from a philosophy background. I worked on my master's degree at Beaufort at University of Maryland. And philosophy kind of taught me that better questions lead to better decisions. So businesses generate a lot of data, but oftentimes small businesses don't know how to leverage that data. So I built Kairos with growth in mind. What does this look like? We have Plaid integration, so your bookkeeping is automatic. It's pretty hands off. You connect your bank account, the data flows in, AI categorizes it and puts it through machine learning tools that then process that data in order to avoid AI hallucinations. And AI analysis can then interface with owners on the output. We are a bookkeeping and transaction foundational company designed for forecasting. It tracks finances, can white label your invoices, payroll. We track 10 specific KPIs that are tailored to small businesses, quarterly tax prep, and much more. Then that ties into an insight and forecasting layer for cash and margin clarity, and then can tie into a marketing software service that we offer to let you know where your money's going, where most of your money is coming from, and how to leverage that data in order to market more effectively moving forward. Our next milestone is proof, not scale. We want to shorten time to value, how fast users get to I trust these numbers, validate retention signals, tighten the onboarding path and integration so it's low friction for busy owners, and further frame our beachhead. The ask from the ecosystem is we are looking for either bookkeepers or accounting firms or small business advisors who can provide clarity on what owners are currently trying to get clarity on, where it breaks. And we're also looking for businesses willing to now join our open beta test ecosystem. I got like 10 more seconds. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Wrap it up though.
Okay. So we're opening up our beta test. You'll be joining around 20 businesses from across the country in Maryland, West Virginia, and Colorado. We're looking specifically for owners who build around QuickBooks Zero or Plaid type ecosystems that can sanity check and the fastest path to reliable integration. And we're also looking for pre-seed investors. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Please put all that in the chat too.
I will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Andrew, this is the first time I'm hearing about your business. Perfect for Ignite West Virginia, which we'll talk about maybe on the next call. But I'd love to see a fintech business in the state of West Virginia. All right, next up, Matt Ditchin. What's going on with you, buddy? Any updates on Gritstone?
That's what we're here to talk about. That's what we're here to talk about. Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Ditchin for those who do not know me. And I'm here as a fellow West Virginian today. And I'm so excited to kind of share an update on a project I've been working on for here in Morgantown. And I think it starts with our state. West Virginia deserves better, and better comes from improvement. And improvement starts with expanding what we already have. And what we already have in Morgantown is an opportunity for West Virginia to be first. Let me introduce Gritstone 2.0. Some of you all may be familiar with the original rock climbing gym that was open here in Morgantown around the time COVID happened. And we don't have time to get into all the backstory of that business, but I'll just share the insight that we now understand what went wrong with that original business model and have expanded upon that original vision. This is not just a climbing gym anymore. By adding STEM education through field trips, we create a pipeline for the 168,000 students within a 50-mile radius of the gym to go from field trips to day passes to then becoming repeated climbers. Establishing all, there's a Adventure Learning Labs, abbreviation for you, is a nonprofit that would allow us to develop an on-site STEM center, creating the first STEM center in a rock climbing gym, not just in West Virginia, but actually in the country. And where we're at right now is we're ready to go. We have our budget, our 9-day launch sequence, and an established relationship with the bank, thanks to the great advice of Michelle O'Connor. They're willing to negotiate, and we are looking for people with expertise in some legal, HR, and some additional funding resources to really help push this project over the finish line. There is a form in the follow-up email and also in this website where you can fill out Google form, select the type of assistance you think that you could offer this project, and you'll schedule a meeting with me and the other team members. I've been taking notes from some of the other people who've already presented, and it works out that like Ariana, Joe, Leslie, I'm already going to set up some calls with you guys. And so, yeah, that's where we're at with the project. This website will also be available with the follow-up if you want to take a little bit more time through it. And there's also a video tour with some of the improved vision that we have on the second page. So that's the update we got. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. And what a great resource. So we'll be sure to put that link in the follow-up as well for anybody that's interested in this project. So thank you.
Yep. And I just dropped it in there too. So there you go.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm really excited to welcome back Nola Todd to talk a little bit about Goldenrod Kitchen and some of her expansion. I had it for the first time last Thursday and it was delicious. Highly encourage everyone to go eat there and also buy her merch, which says "Eat like an Appalachian princess," and I wore that all around town afterwards. So, Nola, take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Amber. Hi, everybody. My name's Nola Todd. Like Amber said, I'm the owner of Goldenrod Kitchen, which is a breakfast and lunch cafe in Charleston. And it was largely funded through the ecosystem. So I'll say that. And there are so many amazing investment resources available through the ecosystem that I am aware of. But I also know that the investors are not particularly fond of food businesses all the time. And so, with that being said, we are looking to expand into a second location and tap into a different segment of the breakfast market in Charleston by the end of 2027. And so, if you or any organization you know is particularly interested in investing in the food industry, please let me know. I'll drop my email in the chat. And that is really all I have for today. So, thank you guys.
Nola, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to hear that we're talking about expansion. So congratulations. Love to see it.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right. Next up, James. Tell us about Marrowbone Glass.
I'm just checking and I don't know that I see him in here yet. So he may not be able to join this one. So I will message him, but I'm going to pivot real quick to Advantage Valley has an upcoming pitch competition. And do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I sure do. Thanks so much, Amber. So this Thursday, July 16th, 5:30 to 7:30, Advantage Valley will have a workshop called Life's a Pitch. I'm Ann Jones. I'm the founder of Piton Strategies. So I coach and support founders, entrepreneurs, and the organizations that love them. And this is a 2-hour pitching workshop. It really focuses on the idea of you've got 5 months of information to share with somebody, but they only have 5 minutes of time to listen to you. So it's pretty active. It's a lot of fun. We've done this workshop a couple of times. I always have fun. So I think Marjorie said she was going to put the link in there. Otherwise, I will. But if anybody's interested, we would love to see you. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you. Tara, anything else on your? I think I'm gonna go ahead and move Marrowbone. I forced them to be added today, so they probably are a little stressed, and I'm gonna go ahead and give them some leeway and move them into next month. I think that'll help with them. Tara, anything else on your end on the updates?
I just want to say great energy for a July meeting, the amount of out of offices and people traveling to have. At one point we had over 100 people on here. I love the energy. Thank you to everyone who comes on here and gives back to the ecosystem and is just supporting everyone. We just love to see it.
Awesome. Thank you. Unfortunately, we are only taking speaking in advance, just given the size of these meetings. So I just want to remind you, if you would like a slot on the meetings, please email us in advance and let us know so that we can make sure that we have dedicated time. I know we're wrapping up a little bit early, but we're trying to be really purposeful given how big this community has grown that we can't kind of open it up for this particular meeting just due to security and making sure we're all good on our timing. So it's open, anybody can speak. We just need to know in advance so we can make sure that agenda is prioritized properly. So thank you all very much. We'll be in touch and we'll see you in August.
Thanks all.